Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Wendy in the building, and you are welcome to another beautiful tutorial with eco designs to fit. As you all know, I am your tutor on this channel, a Nigerian fashion blogger based in Abuja. So on today's tutorial, you'll be learning how to make a bubu dress. I actually made this for a client. As you can see on the mannequin, this is actually a short one, but for this tutorial I'm going to make it a longer one. Okay, it's actually very simple, and you all know how we make our bubu dress. So every of our drafting should be on the right side, of course, and on top of the table you can see I've folded my fabric. This is the two pieces I'll be using for this bubu shirt dress. I have that of the back and this one for the front. Okay, so and the length of this dress is going to be 59 inches, but I'm making use of 60 inches, and I'll be making use of 1 inch for the hemming. And then I'll be also be making use of the entire width of this dress. I'm going to go right away and show you how to measure the length of your sleeve. Okay, place your tape at the middle of your neck and then extend your tape to your desired length, to wherever you want your sleeve length to be. Okay, so now let's get started. What I will do is to mark out my starting line. This is actually the first step you should take, and from there we start inserting our measurement. Remember that this is a shirt dress, so what I will do is my shoulder, I'll be making use of 22.5 inches. That is the entire width of this fabric. That is what I'm going to be making use of. And then after this, the next I'll be inserting is my vertical measurements. My bust point is 10 inches. My waist line is 17 inches, and then my hip is 25 inches, and then the length of my dress I'll be making use of 60 inches. Remember I said that I'll be using 1 inch for the hem. Okay, so this is the entire length of this fabric. Now I will go ahead and square out these lines. And from there I will start inserting my body circumference. I'll be making use of 3 inches by 3 for my front neckline, and then 3 inches by 1 for my back neckline. If you can't use your free hands to connect this line, please make use of your curved ruler. And then for my sleeve length, I'll be making use of 22 inches. Now I'll go over and insert my bust measurement, which is 9.75. okay, plus 1 inch is allowance. You can make use of half inch is allowance depending on how fitted you want your bubu dress. Okay, now for my waist measurements, I have 9.5 inches. 1 inch is allowance. For my hip measurement, I have 44 inches divided by 4. I have 11 inches. 1 inch is allowance. So whatever I have here, I'm going to add 2 inches to it and then mark it on the down part. So I have 11 inches here plus 2 inches. What I'm going to have is 13 inches. So I'm going to mark 13 inches here plus 1 inch is allowance. Now I will connect these lines. Getting to this point, to that hip side, if you have a curved ruler, you can make use of that. I actually have a curved ruler, but I prefer to make use of a straight one. So the next thing I will do is to come down from here by 1 inch. That is for my shoulder slope, and then I will connect to the neckline. And then don't forget to add up your seam allowance. So this 1/2 inch that I'm marking out now is for the shoulder joining. Okay, so this is for the back. I'll first of all cut out my back neck, and then cut the shoulder. And then after doing this, I'll raise this up, and then I'll cut out my front neck. So after I must have finished doing this, what I will do is to go ahead, because I would want my lines to show on this other part. So what I will do is to go ahead and I'll take this like this and go over to my sewing machine, and I will stitch using a loose stitch. Okay, you can also make use of a pin to hold this together and then turn it over to mark out your lines. Okay, what I mean is this: you can make use of pins on these lines, okay, and then turn it over to trace out the line. But the easiest part of it is to take these two together, go over to my sewing machine, putting my stitch on 5. I will sew this using a straight line. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do right now, and I'll come show you what it looks like. So you can see the lines. I don't know if you can be able to see that because I used a black thread to do this. Okay, but by the time I open this up and turn this over, remember that this is I actually sewed both of them, both the front and the back, together. So what I will do next is to use my steam iron, and then I will iron this to give it a mark, so that by the time I loosen that thread, the lines will be showing, and when I want to join both the front and back together, it will be easier for me. So this is the simplest way you could do this, but if you like stress anyway, you can make use of pin. Not that is using a pin is stressful that much, but I just prefer doing mine this way. So remember, I'm going to be adding a placket on the front part. So before I open this up, like I move this, I want to slash the front. And I will do that down to the hem. That is only for the front part. Okay, for the back, I'm not touching that. So this is where I'll be adding the bottom placket. Okay, so what I'll be doing next is to iron this out properly well, and then I will loosen the stitches. Can you see how easy it was to loosen? That was because I didn't use a tight stitch. I made use of a loose stitch. So now you can see for the front part I have my lines marked out, okay, on both sides. So I'll take this aside and I will do the same thing on the back. Now for my button placket, I'm going to be cutting out 3.5 inches, okay, and remember that the length is 60 inches. You may add like 2 inches extra just in case. So I'm going to fold my fabric into two, and then I'll be cutting out the two at once. Remember that we should have two button plackets. And now I'll place my tape and I'll measure out 60 inches. And then I'll be marking out 3.5 inches. Now I have my two button plackets, one for the buttonhole and one for the button itself. So, and this is 3.5 inches in width. So now I'm going to use interface. Please pardon me, I'm checking for the front and the back. I've actually gotten myself confused. So make sure that you are gumming your interface on the wrong side. So now I'll finish gumming the interface on it, and this is it for the placket. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to join this together. Now to start sewing, the first thing I should do is to join the shoulders together, and right side facing each other. I will join the front and the back. Remember that the front now it's two piece, okay, after slashing it. So using half an inch, I'll start joining the shoulder. Keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the race, so I'll join these two shoulders. The next thing I'll do is to join the sides together. So this is the placket. I'll go over to my ironing table. What I will do is to fold using 1 inch, and after that I will fold again using 1 inch again, and what will be left of me here is half an inch, okay, and I'll come show you how to join this.
It's all about finding your right state of mind. It's all about turning the worst into fine. It's all about time and the work and the climb. From the thirst we will rise, I'm immersed in this life. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth. Just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth. Just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth. Just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth. Just focus on yourself first.
To sew this, I'm going to have to start from the wrong side of the bubu dress, meaning that the right side of the placket should be facing the wrong side of the bubu dress. And I'll cut off the excess. Now what I will do next is to turn this over like this, and then I'll stitch. We are done joining the bubu together and fixing the plackets. The next thing is to put in our collar, and then we hem all the rough edges, and we are done. So to put in our collar, I actually have a detailed tutorial on this channel on how to cut out a collar stand and the main collar itself. So what I will do is to measure out the round neck, and I will note what I have there, and then I will use that to cut out my collar. So what I have here is 22 inches. I'll go ahead and measure it again just to be very sure of what I'm doing. So what I have is 22 inches. So I will go ahead and cut out the collar, because I have a detailed tutorial on how to do this, so you may make reference to that.
Red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive, nothing in sight, forever in flight, follow those lines, we'll make it this time, blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight, oh yeah, we'll make it tonight, yeah, 'cause I've been living through like I could just die any minute, going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit, I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit, are you alive? feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? I'll just breathe in. I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be like by everybody in sight, but trust me.
So now this is the color, and we are about to fix that. Now what I will do is I'll sew this collar starting from the wrong side and then to the good side. But then before I do that, I have to notch the center. And I'll equally notch the center of the bubu dress. Now starting from the center, I will sew down to this side and from this other side to the other placket, okay? If you are a beginner and you think this thing will be difficult for you, please first off use pin to secure it before you start stitching.
Driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford.
So now at this point, I'll have to go and do the buttonhole, and then I'll fix my buttons, and I'll show you the final look of this dress on the mannequin. So guys, this is actually the end of this tutorial. If this has been very helpful, please leave a comment on the comment section, subscribe, and turn up your notification bell to get notified once I upload a new video. See you on my next tutorial. Bye.